The bullet goes flying past you and clips the blade in your hand. It sends it spinning and spiraling over to the side as you are now stood face to face with this figure. And as that happens, as you wheel back and look, the eye, even though cracked with a pellet in front of it, glints. And you see that static as it shifts to the pinstripe suit, black tie. And for the first time, we see the face. Slicked black hair. Side parting. And Rose, it dawns on you in that moment. The man in the elevator, as you came up in VoidCorp, had a black suit with slicked hair and a side parting. Amazing. Dave, great turn. The rest of you guys have still got the floor.
Yes, it
Yes.
Technology.
Technologia.
Technologia.
Welcome back, everyone, to Malt and fucking Magic. And tonight we are going to be doing some Orbital Blues for you guys. This is going to be episode 4 of our second arc of Orbital Blues. However, at the moment, we are actually crossing multiple systems at this point. We're playing a bit of Orbital Blues, bit of PirateBorg, and a bit of the Homie and the Dude Project Blackthorn system. So there's a whole manner of shit going on in this one. And we're super excited to get into this session. I'm buzzing to play some NPCs that I never thought I'd play in my GMing career, and here I am playing them, so I'm excited for that. But yes, let's do a little rundown of intros. I'm Bodhi, the unexceptional GM, and I'm going to be playing a bunch of fucking NPCs that are trying to kill these guys. Fucking, what could be better? What could be better? Over to you, Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm playing Jesse, and I'm going to get sweaty tonight.
That's going to need context for everyone who's not in the UK. This weather.
No, I mean, not just listening on podcast, yeah.
Maybe Jesse's going to get sweaty. Maybe maybe he's just going to be hard at it.
God,
like
so
that.
many innuendos in that.
I'm
Dave
just
was
trying
to say
everything.
it's hot,
Trying
but he just made it
everything.
sound so much filthier. Dirty boy.
It's going to be hot and wet.
I'm gonna leave that there and introduce myself.
I've got
Hello.
Good Morning Vietnam flashbacks right now.
I am Danny, and I'm playing Neo, who is a legendary AI playing a virtual reality pirate. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine, folks.
Definitely legendary AI.
I am Tom, and I am playing Jimmy Joe Brains. My quest in life is to make my uncle cousin as proud of me as possible. But currently, I'm in the other skin of Robert Prevost, aka Father Leo, and trying to bring the spirits of God into this session.
It just happens to be a squid-based.
Yeah.
Oh man, Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
Oh, there we go. What is up? I am Matt, and I am playing Rose Magenta, and I am hot in all senses of the word there. Rose is hot. I'm dying right now.
And
Matt's
Dan.
Matt's challenge is to actually create and play a fuck ugly character next time, because he always plays a 10 out of 10.
True. Fuck's sake, true.
You gotta be
Did he
Matt
say
next
Merrick
time.
was a 10 out of 10? He was like a 60-year-old man.
Yeah, but he was
Yeah,
was
but
like
he
one
had
of
that.
those
Don't kick him
old
out of
hot hipster dudes with like
Like Jeff
graying
Bridges
beards.
has.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Old
Next time,
George
I'm
Clooney.
playing some weird hunchback of Notre
Sloth
Dame
from the
character.
Dude, please. Dude, I want that.
And he's got to
I
have
want
like
that
a
so
speech
much.
impediment and dribble and like fastballs and all sorts.
Right. Now that we're all pleasantly sweaty, stuck to our chairs, if everyone is sat slightly comfortably, then let's begin. Dave, roll that title sequence.
glitchy?
No,
Come
you're
on.
good, dude.
I don't know.
No, dude, you're actually all good, Tom. You're actually really, really clean, homie. Okay,
Cool.
so we are returning to what you guys dubbed last time Pirate Land, and so we are returning
Well,
to
we're really
Pirate
original, aren't we?
Land. Yeah. You guys went all out with that naming convention, and
They can't
you
all
guys-
be winners.
It's true. It's true. It is true. At least we can pronounce it. And
Shot across the bow there.
so, our cast find themselves in a precarious situation, deep, deep underground in the dungeon of the beachside fort of Pirate Land. Here, they are face to face with a lich. A being gaunt, sucked out, and dry as anything. You can see this gold embedded in their skin, lining their sharp, angular features. You can see, kind of attached and sunken into the socket of one of the eyes, is this golden kind of like edging with a ruby eyeball stuck in the center. You can see that they're wearing this flowing golden cloak with dragons inlaid all over it. And coming to the end of one of the hands, specifically the left, there is an enlarged golden hand with a ruby stone embedded in the top of the palm. If I remember correctly, we currently have Jesse against some crates, having reloaded a blunderbuss, ready to kick some ass. We have Jimmy stood kind of like hand out towards the figure, trying to contain them and hold them in place using this otherworldly entity that they are communing with. As Rose is currently walking past everybody, blasting an empty musket at this person, we have Neo darting around the edge of this room towards some sort of chest that's being guarded by a horde of zombies and skeletons as sinew kind of just seeps off of them in the background. And as all of that begins, one of the skeletons turns to camera and goes, "Oi, mateys, this be Malt and Magic, and I be Bodhi, your unexceptional zombie in this battle. We be continuing our tale of chaotic murder and magical death. So load your flintlocks, draw your blades, and get ready. For the adventure we will live will be recounted for an eternity. And as always, the following music-fueled Moon Age daydreams of the rebel race to plant the virus are all 100% true. This is your PirateBorg." And it screeches out in this ear-rattling noise that fills the room. So, with all of that being said, let's start with some initiative, shall we? So, Danny, can you please roll me a d6? You are looking at a d6, and it is going to be 3 and up. I'm going first. 4 and up. I'm going first. 3 and down. You guys are going first.
Okay.
Well,
Does he get a +2? Does he get a +2 to all rolls?
Not for this one, no.
well, you're going
Cheeky
first, Ring,
bitch.
so roll a 5.
Fantastic, as it was always meant to be. And as this being stood in front of you, Rose walking towards them, all of you kind of trying to take in this moment, blinks an eye. The little ruby gem flashes. And in a quick flash of a second, you all blink and find yourself no longer in the dark dungeon room.
Oh man, here we go. Where are we now?
You find yourself stood atop a gorgeous hillside. You can see rolling for miles and miles are soft grass, tall as like kind of knee length, just blowing graciously in the wind. The figure still stood in front of you. The zombies and skeletons still huddled behind him. but it's just open space all around you. The sunlight beating down on your skin and warming you almost instantly as you've now come out of that dark, dingy place that you were in. As he smiles, the zombies are going to rush forward as they were doing already last session. So we have 2 running at you guys currently. So I'm going to need a defenses check from Jimmy and Rose, please. So
This is still
that is going to be
PirateBorg, right?
Check.
Yes, this
2d6?
is PirateBorg. So no, it is going to be a D20, and it's using your agility score modifier added onto it, +2 from Tom's prayer last session that you guys got, and you're looking to beat a 12.
Agility.
No pressure, guys.
+2.
13.
D20.
Come on.
13, beautiful.
Just.
Let's see. Oh, hell yeah. That's a net 20 to start the day off, fellas.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh
Yup,
shit!
yup, yup.
Beautiful. Okay, so as these creatures dash towards you, one of them gets down low and leaps in the air towards you, Rose. You manage to literally sidestep it, and as you do, you smash it on the head with the butt of your musket, caving in its skull as it slides up to where Neo was originally stood, dead and completely eviscerated. Jimmy, with your nat 20, describe how you dispatch of the second one charging towards you.
Let me just ask a quick question. Am I Jimmy or am I Pirate Jimmy?
You are Pirate Jimmy currently.
Okay. So I have some flowing robes. He's coming at me, and I use those robes as if I were like a matador, and take those robes and kind of flash them in one direction and have him kind of go past me. But as he goes past me, I'm going to trip him, let him go into the robes, and then as he goes past me, I'm going to try to drop an elbow on his back to kind of have an uncontested elbow drop on his back.
Perfect. Beautiful. You matador him up, wrap him up Jackie Chan style in this kind of cloth, and he kind of gets spun around, lost in there. As you do, you just land a heavy 12-6 elbow right on the fucking back of his neck. You crack his neck, and you see it dips inwards suddenly as it and collapses to the ground next to you, falling into that grass and kind of smushing some of it down and flattening it around you. Beautiful work, guys. The creature, the figure in front of you, is still stunned thanks to Jimmy last turn. You had a single round where he was going to be stunned. So, it is now over to you guys. What do you guys want to do?
Can I pull out a little vial and pour some holy water on this fallen zombie or skeleton?
Yeah,
just to
of
see
course.
if there's any
Yeah.
reaction. Yep. So
Dude, I love
pop the cork off of it and just splash a little drop of holy water in there, just to see if there's any chemical reaction at all that I might glean any information from.
Hell yeah, dude. There's no actual check for this, but we're gonna just roll a d20, and we're just gonna do a straight luck check. So we're looking for over a 9. And there will be something going on here, basically.
Okay. Over a 9. Do I get my +2?
Yes, you do.
Oh, fuck's sake. That's an 8, but how much luck do I have? And do I want to burn it on this bullshit? Fuck it. I just splashed some some fucking holy water on him and I rolled an 8.
Okay, fantastic. With your 8, you see as you go to splash it, you who is currently almost seeing between realms. You are, in of the sense of that somehow in a game you're seeing different realms of reality, and your body is crossing to this spiritual realm. You see a spirit finally leaving this zombified corpse, and as you see it, you splash holy water on it. It does not affect the zombie, however, its soul squeals and just kind of dissipates into the air, never coming to rest as you kill that soul that was trying to escape there.
And I say something like, "May the power of the Lord walk with you into the next realm. And I turn around and I'm like, okay, what do we got here? Uncle Cuz, how's it looking over there?
Real bad. And he's going to he's quickly trying to reload. I seem to recall that I was reloading in the last round.
You were reloaded. At the end of the last round, you had finished reloading.
Cool. So you still say there's skeletons in front of us?
So he is stood between you and a cluster of them behind him. You only had those two running at you guys, but they've been dispatched. You have open field to him and the creatures behind him.
And had we come to the conclusion that we can or can't kill this lich before?
So the conclusion you came to is after hitting him with the blunderbuss, it did almost no damage that was perceivable to you. You shot him and he actually rotated and stepped forward like with incredible speed, spreading his arms last time you shot him, basically.
Would therefore probably say that it's unlikely that that's a useful target, and we'll fire at the group of skeletons again.
Fantastic. Awesome. So you're going to roll me an attack. It's going to be ranged, so you're going to be doing presence, and it's going to be a D20 plus presence plus 2, and you're looking for a 14 to hit these guys from how far away they are.
So rolled a 15 plus 2, 17.
Gorgeous. With a 17, yeah, you basically you go to prop it up on the crates that were in front of you.
Yeah.
And you realize that there's actually no crates now and you have no cover. You do manage to shoulder it and lock it in kind of tight.
I shoulder it and go and lean my elbow on my knee to get that proper lock and then fire.
Perfect. Beautiful. Describe how many of these things do you take out with 16, which easily hits. You know, you're blasting a blunderbuss at them. They are about 70 feet away from you, but how many are you taking out with this, Dave?
I'll say I'll take 2 out and 1 arm of one of them. So it's that third one's still up, but that just gets obliterated.
Amazing. You see sinew and flesh just splatter the gorgeous green grass, a kind of muddy brown color as it just flicks all over the place. And though you just blasted 2 of them. Go on, Danny.
Go on, finish your thought, and then I'll come in after that.
As you've blasted 2 of them, you would expect some sort of reaction, Dave. However, they're just and almost looking for commands from the main figure stood in front of you. Nice.
As there's this explosion of bone and flesh and sinew, can I come through it, doing my Naruto run, straight towards the chest?
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Using that as some fucking interference, bro. Love it.
As you do, this muddy, disgusting, moldy sinew, blood, muscle strands just cover you as you burst through this cloud. You burst through this cloud, and you see that the creature, the main figure's eyes, kind of, though he's frozen, dart to you to the side. As you come through this, you're faced with a horde of them in front of you. As you look through, you cannot actually see a chest in this field, though they are still stood around in one place. What do you want to do, Danny?
Right. So, I haven't technically reloaded my musket, I don't think, from my first shot, but I do have a cutlass affixed to it as a bayonet now that I picked up on my travels.
Amazing.
So I'm just gonna run and swing and try and take off some heads of the other ones.
Hell, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, I love it. Roll me a melee attack, which is strength, so a d20 plus strength plus 2.
Ooh, that is a 11.
An 11. Okay, so as you swing, you realize that the one that you're swinging at is one of the more complete zombies. You know, they're not missing as much flesh as the rest. And as you swing, you swing and embed it in the throat. You meet bone of the neck, and you haven't swung a sword before in your life. And so your cutting technique is just not right, and it just embeds itself in the neck. The creature...
And then I'll just look at the group as I'm putting my foot on it, trying to pull it out, going, guys, I fucked up!
I yell out to Neo. I'm like, Neo, back and forth, like a serrated edge, like you're cutting butter. Just go ahead and go back and forth with that.
I don't
Churn and butter.
Jesse's watching like, no.
Amazing. Neo, as that happens, in like the flash of a second before we get into the next round, the creature is going to reach out and grab your arm, basically, and begin pulling you closer as the blade begins sliding kind of deeper into the neck as he pulls you closer. Amazing. Rose, you're walking forward right now. You just said, the last line you said is, "I'm the distraction." What's Rose doing?
Indeed. I want to play a little bit hard and fast with the rules, if I may.
Please, I love it.
Given Rose has this connection back to the real world and has been in the wave before, I would like to, if possible, shift my appearance away from Pirate Rose to Virtual Reality Call Girl Rose.
Oh,
hang on that.
Oh, I love it. I love it, dude. Yeah,
Mass erection incoming.
Jesse drops the rifle. Oh, shit.
Bangarang.
Davy Jones looks at Jimmy and is like, "Put it away."
Fucking no idea how this bloody thing works. Hang on a minute.
So Matt, this is going to be you trying to hack into the wave now. So we're going to be doing
Yes,
that Project Blackthorn mechanic. So you're going to be rolling 2d6, and you're going to be adding either your presence or your spirit. And then you're looking to hit, because look, this is pretty rudimentary. You're just shifting appearance. The appearance isn't like you're turning into a fucking mech. You're turning into a sexy version of yours, an even sexier version of yourself, I guess. So you got to be a 5. Now, what do you have in your bank currently? Can you remind me what is in your bank?
11 currently, according to
Cool.
my bank.
So you do have to be a 15 on this. Now, any 6s explode. So any 6s explode and you can re-roll them. If you roll 2 6s, we get a automatic success.
So 2d6.
You get
plus
you
my
get a 2
presence
you
or
get 2
spirit
points as well.
Plus 2.
Yeah.
Let's
plus
just do
2.
from your buff.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it wasn't bad. There was no 6s, but that's a 9, 10, 11. Oh, it's a 12. Can I burn a devil's luck on that anyway?
Yes, you can
go.
lower
Yeah,
it
let's do
or
it, dude.
re-roll. You can lower it by 4, and that will take it down to a 11, which will get you there.
Yep, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Fantastic. So, please describe this shift for me, Matt. Please describe what it looks like and the gorgeous moment that this is.
So, in seeing, thank you, Dave.
Dude, that was great, Dave. Oh my god.
Amazing. As she sort of says she's the distraction, all this chaos is going around her. She's going to drop the flintlock pistol that she had, and then her head's just going to twitch slightly, but then her face, the scar's going to disappear, and full, beautiful face of makeup. Her hair ends up in this long ponytail, high ponytail that's tied right at the top. Her leather jacket seems to just disappear, and she ends up in this tight leather vinyl corset top. Tiny shorts, and essentially thigh-high leather boots that are high-heeled as well. And as that transformation sort of completes, there's a few sort of neon pink elements that like flash, sort of flicker on and light up. That go with that VR sort of state. And then she's just going to pop a hip and sort of look towards him. Should we start where we left off then? And
Can I roll a check to see if I'm bricked up?
shit.
Because I think I might be.
By the way, I'm picturing Angelina Jolie and Mr. and Mrs. Smith when she's like doing that like fucking little bit where she has to go choke the dude out. That's exactly what I'm picturing. Dude, awesome. Matt, you can have back your devil's luck from that. You can have it back.
Nice.
And this appears almost like artifacting, almost like you guys can see that it reminds you that the reality that you're in is not 100% reality, as almost like fractures in the wave almost happen as this is revealed, and almost like scale and flip downwards as Rose transforms. Dude, fucking awesome. Roll me a presence check, and you can have a +4 to it anyway, dude, just for that fucking awesome description. That includes the +2, so the +2 plus another 2, basically, on top of that. It's going to be
what am I
DR
doing?
16,
Oh, shit.
and it's a D20.
Oh, sorry, that was a D20, wasn't it? Idiot.
Yeah.
Back to PirateBorg.
Rolling D6s. So that's 11, 12. That is a 16 exactly.
A 16 exactly. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You see, for a solid, couple of seconds, this figure's attention is distracted from Neo, who is clearly agitating this figure and is back on you. Rose, they're going to be focused on you next round. And as you say this, you hear that as things begin to shift and transform. You see that dark black pinstripe suit appear. That static where the face is. That hard starched collar and thin black pencil tie. As you just hear, "It would be my pleasure." And we're going to be back up to the top. So, Dave, over to you. You're going to be rolling initiative, homie.
Surely you take a blues for turning into your old PTSD hooker.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I love it.
kind of
Trouble's brewing.
kind of maxed out on blues as it is. So yeah, I was
gonna
already
say
troubles brewing,
brewing.
but I'll say
Yeah.
that's a 9. But,
Take it,
Hence
take
the
it,
music.
take it ahead. Take it forward, almost.
so 9, yeah, I'll take 9.
Another fight.
Are we still in this? We're still in this open field.
Yes, you are still in this open field. However, as
Okay.
Vecna is going to be acting first, and he's now, you hear in your mind, Tom, you hear, I held him as long as I could, kid. I held him as long as I could. It's back to you now. And you see the figure unlock, almost shift forward, check their hands, and then look up. At that moment, he blinks. In a flash, you all find yourself now stood on tatami mat floors. You can see there is almost thin paper walling around you as you stand in a giant pagoda that seems to rise up 100 feet above you, the ceiling ascending as far as you can see to the roof. At this point, he's going to raise a hand to you, Rose, and he's going to basically do a pulling action. Rose, can you please make me a defense check?
Okay, that's plus my agility, isn't it?
Yes, please. And you're looking for a 17 on this one.
I'm gonna burn a devil's luck again, I think, because that's
Nice.
an 8 on the die, which will give me what's that, +5 then with the +2, so that's not gonna make it. So devil's
Amazing.
luck, is that a reroll?
Devil's Luck is a reroll.
Drops 4, doesn't it?
Yes. You can drop it by 4 or reroll.
Or he can drop 4. Or you can drop it by 4.
I mean, I'm re-rolling because I rolled a 17, so that's 17 on the
Perfect.
dice,
Okay.
+5, 22.
Perfect. As he reaches out and kind of goes like this, you feel yourself almost become weightless, Rose, as your feet begin sliding along the ground towards him. You manage to dig your feet into the tatami mats, and those heels plus the matting create just enough friction for you to hold yourself back, and you begin looking for things around you to be able to grab. You can see that there are a couple of pillars that seem to ascend high up into the gods and connect to railings and things above you. You can also see that in this room there seem to be almost little tables kind of dotted between you guys that are almost at knee height with some pillows kind of around them, odd tea sets scattered across the top. And you're managing to just hold back as he kind of looks in surprise at you, Rose. He's not seen this much fight from you before. As he just Yes. I like it. And at that point is going to turn to the horde and go, get them. As 2 are going to rush Neo and 4 are going to begin rushing towards you guys and are going to cover 40 feet towards you guys. So they are still about 30 feet from Jesse and about 40 feet from you, Jimmy. Neo, 2 are going to start rushing you from the sides. And Rose, you're now about 20 feet away from the figure at this point.
How close am I to Neo then at this moment? Am I still next to, or have I shifted forward, or?
Neo is currently behind him in amongst, like, at the edge of the horde.
Right, he's the other
basically.
side. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's circled round and gone into that fray.
Worries?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over to you guys.
I've got a little bit of a dilemma because I see that I could possibly distract and get Neo closer to that chest by doing something.
Is the chest
I've got an
here?
allegiance to.
The chest
it's-
still
well,
seems
he's-
to not be.
Not be there, but to Neo's direction, running toward this space where the chest was. I also kind of want to be there with Uncle Jesse, but hell no, I don't like what I'm seeing right now with Rose and this dude. So I pour some holy water on one of my knives, on actually 2 of my knives, and I throw them at this dude, one after the other. And I say, Miss Rose, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen today. And I chuck it right, as much as I can, like at his torso or his chest.
At specifically the torso and chest.
Yeah. Actually, one at his torso, and let's go for one at his hand holding the jewel.
Oh, nice.
Love it. Great decision. Awesome. Cool. Roll me 2 ranged attacks. So it's going to be presence. So D20 plus your presence plus 2.
D20 plus presence plus 2. So that is it. Oh, shit. Well, we might not. Let me just see what my presence is. So it's 20 plus 2 is 22.
22. Gorgeous. As
Yep.
the first one embeds itself into the lack of flesh hanging off of this torso, it scrapes and makes a disgusting sound as it embeds itself into his body. You see he looks down and smiles at you, Jimmy, as the second one clips into the gem on the back of his hand. You see him look in fear for a second as the gem cracks ever so slightly with that direct hit. The dagger dum, 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 falls onto the tatami mat floor next to him. He looks up.
I say,
You're smart. This is gonna be very fun.
I turn to him and I say, we ain't but just getting started here, mister. And I turn to Uncle Jesse and I say, Uncle Cuz, it ain't the torso, it's the appendages.
Nice.
What? Am I... Of him?
He doesn't know what appendage means.
Am I shooting him?
You hit him in the chest, nothing happened. I hit him in the chest, nothing happened. I hit him in the hand, something happened. You gotta hit him in something that's not the chest, I think.
Hand and eye.
Wait a minute, I'm getting
Hand and eye.
confused.
Okay.
Then where the gems are.
There is a gem in his eye, is that right?
Yes, indeed, there is a gem in his eye.
So Jesse's currently trying to reload the blunderbuss, but will
Yes.
just drop that to the floor, has a loaded flintlock pistol, and look over at
Yes.
his head.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's a pretty crack shot. So he's going to try and shoot from it, or get close enough to make sure he certainly doesn't get any disadvantage on it. But he just wants to be close enough for this to be just to be a clean shot. He's going for the gem in the eye.
Amazing. I fucking love it. Okay, beautiful. Dave, you're going to roll me a ranged attack. So presence again, D20 plus presence plus 2. Also, let me know if you get any nat 1s or nat 20s, guys, on these.
Yeah, we'll do. 17.
17. Gorgeous. You fire out this shot. It echoes in this pagoda. You can see, for a second, Danny, it seems like the zombie's attention turns to the figure for like half a second and then switches back to you. This bullet flies across the room as smoke kind of fills the space in front of you, Jesse. And direct hit. You see his head whip backwards. And as he looks forwards, you can see the round pellet bullet that you fired jammed into the gem. You can see the glow from the gem almost flicker as the reality around you flickers as well. And you see for a second the room that you originally entered with the cages and the chest at the back of the room. Fantastic shot. Jesse, the other thing I will give you, because you're a military man, is cover-wise, what you're looking at around you is a couple of pillars and then the tables that are on the ground around you. But they are knee height, so you're going to be picking something up if you want to fucking use anything like that.
Okay, fine. So, yeah, he shoots that and goes, get us back to where we were, motherfucker. And then walks back, picks up his blunderbuss and hides behind one of the pillars. And then will set to reloading both weapons.
Can I?
You hear him.
Go on.
Go for it. Go. No, go. Please go for it.
I was going to say, can I jump on the opportunity where the reality flickers and I sense a weakness in the wave for a second? Can I use that to try and fight off the zombies and hack it myself to try and drop the facade fully?
Nice.
Dude, I'm so hyped. Let's run it. And because you're chaining stuff with your team, I'll say you can roll 3d6 for this, Danny. So you're 3d6 plus presence or spirit, and then you're looking to hit. You are looking to hit, dude. It's been weakened. You are looking to hit. It's going to be a 12. But what do you have banked currently? What's in your bank?
0, because I failed last time and created the Kraken.
Beautiful. So you're looking for a 12. Fantastic. 3 dice.
Do I need to reduce my bank by anything, given...
No, you succeeded. It goes up. It goes up. So it's now a 15. It's now a 15.
Plus presence, plus me 2. I'm so good. Have I still got the Jesus buff from David Jones?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good, because without that I'd have been fucked. 13.
13. Beautiful. As you do it, you begin seeing that almost green, bloody drip of code within all things around you. Almost like, you finally are starting to understand what Solomon did here. The work that all these incredible designers have done with the wave. Neo, having been here long enough, you have just been processing as an AI, and it's finally starting to make sense. Can you describe what Neo actually does physically to rip us back to the room where you guys all started?
So, as I've got a zombie on my arm, I'll throw them off. As I see it flicker with the gunshot, I'll kind of see the spark as it lands on the wall, and it will kind of go pixelated, and I'll almost just grab the pixels and just pull them apart as if I'm opening a door. And then as it spreads, it just... and then the wall smashes behind me, and then it's like a wave of just pixel dust, essentially, as the room comes back.
Beautiful. You guys all now find yourselves back in the original room. You can see the crates in the center of the room. The chest is now between a horde of zombies and yourself, Neo. It's right fucking there for the taking.
Jesse was standing behind a pillar and is now standing in the middle of nowhere, looks behind him and goes, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And then hides behind the table. But then looks back at the blunderbuss and just sticks his head up and goes, "Neo, you could have reloaded him when you did that." And he's still trying to fucking reload it.
Amazing.
Is Jimmy's dagger still on the floor?
Yes, it is.
Can I make a dash for that to try and... Because I've also a burglar as my rapscallion sort of... is there any chance I can use that to disarm and take the actual hand off? Or attempt to?
Oh. Okay. So, this is what we're going to do. You're going to roll me an agility check. This is going to be for you to get the dagger into your hand. It's going to be DR... Matt, you're choosing crazy things right now. I apologize for the DRs, mate. But
I'm playing with this shit.
You're looking at a 16 for this one.
All right, let's use another... What did I get there? 8... 9, 10, 11.
Roll D20, yeah?
12,
Plus your 2,
13,
plus your extra
yeah.
2.
So that would be 13. So you said, what's the DR?
16, so you
16,
can reduce it by 4 and you make it.
She's a devil's luck and reduce it by 4.
Beautiful.
And I will
Come on.
So,
slide
as-
across the floor.
this pull, you almost realize it's one of those moments where it's like a judo thing. You realize that you're trying to hold your momentum. You're trying to play with your momentum. You need to play with the momentum that he is giving you. You let yourself be pulled. You start running, and the draw of the hand actually pulls you faster. Describe how you get down to the ground and grab this dagger and prepare to try and slice the hand.
I mean, her knees are now protected. She's in thigh-high boots, so she literally is gonna like knee slide, leans back, full Trinity style, underneath the hand. As she's then gonna grab the dagger,
Yes.
sort of spin up to one knee, and she's gonna try and just backhand it, almost, or uppercut, slice through this hand.
Oh, dude, so sick. So fucking sick. Okay, you're going to roll me a strength, so it's going to be a melee attack, so it's strength plus the 2 that Tom gave you, and you're looking for a DR. Again, we are not at the chest, so we're looking at a DR 20 for this.
Whoa, fuck's sake, dude. We need to
Right,
explode
you
some dice.
glowy little shit. You've rolled 100,000 nat 20s. Now is the time. Shit. That is. Do you know what? I'm going to burn another devil's luck, but I'm going to re-roll this
Hell yeah.
because that was a 9 on the
Dude,
dice.
can
so
I
there's
can
no way
I
was making
dude,
that.
can I somehow help Rose on this? Let me see what I got.
What, you have?
It's got
Did
holy
you? No,
water
you
on the
threw the
knife.
daggers. You acted this turn already. I'm sorry, Tom.
Okay.
It does have
Okay.
holy water on the knife. It does have holy water on the knife.
Okay.
Natural fucking 20.
Nice.
Ah!
Beautiful. Beautiful. There we fucking go. Matt, please describe as you completely sever the left hand of this figure and you take it
So
clean
having
off.
seen the damage, seen the glitching and everything going on, as she slides and then just brings that blade up, doesn't touch the hand at all, just lets it fall to the floor. Is going to spin the dagger in her hand, point it dead at his face. You'll never touch me again. And yeah, just lets the skeletal hand fall to the floor.
Incredible. Guys, what a fucking turn. Holy shit. Okay. So we have all
gonna
this
breathe.
amazing chaos as you guys were in this kind of Japanese style pagoda. We see Jesse fire off a shot and clip the eye. We see Jimmy huck 2 knives and clip the hand. Rose knee slides and cuts the hand clean off, then stands up and holds the dagger to the face. And Neo straight up rips reality from itself and brings you back to the second layer of reality, Inception. And brings you back to the second layer of reality here.
Fucking hell, blood coming out my nose. I've got no idea where we're at.
Tom, can you please roll initiative? We're looking at a D6. 4 and up is me. 3 and under is you guys.
Let's get a 3 and under here.
Come on.
Can't tell how much I'm sweating.
That's 3.
not just
That's a
from the
3.
heat now, but
That's a
the fucking
3.
stress.
Hey, we're going first.
A 3. Beautiful.
Hey.
You guys are up first.
Come on.
The sheer teamwork that just happened surprised this figure. They have not seen this kind of collaborative effort from a group fighting them in a very, very long time. So you guys are up first. What's the move?
Okay, is there any change in character from these zombies, this horde behind? Are they have they now returned to looking after the chest, guarding the chest, or are they now trying to do something else? What's the game of what they're looking like they're starting to do?
So you still have 4 coming at you. Dave and Jimmy. They're still rushing you guys. There's still the horde. The main horde are still surrounding the chest with Neo right on the fringe as he's like trying to pull a cutlass out of a neck and trying to like fend off rogue bites and scratches that are coming his way. He's like he's fucking Philly Shell, like fucking trying to fucking dodge shit coming at him. And yeah, so they're still coming at you. They're still coming.
Okay. Can I reload the flintlock quickly enough to use it again this round?
Let's roll for it.
I'm not saying blunderbuss. I feel like that's a whole turn to do that one, but I'm just thinking
agreed.
flintlock. Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, roll me a d20, and if you roll above a 10, you can reload it this round.
16.
Beautiful. You almost at this point again. You almost enter this almost subconscious state, this flow state where the being that you've inhabited, this character that you're inhabiting, has these skills and seems to have been a military man similar to yourself. It's like clockwork, dude. Like fucking clockwork.
Cool. Yeah. He picks up. He picks up that bit of cloth, scoops up a bit of gunpowder, pours it in. At the same time, also holding the bullet, and just drops it in. Turns back around. He's gonna wait, or I say wait. I want to say that they're getting real close to him as they're coming towards him, and he basically turns around and realizes how close they are, and basically puts it in the mouth of one of them, and hopefully he's going to try and take that one and the one behind him out.
Nice. I love it. Okay, so because you're doing a ranged attack, but it's at melee range, and we're not D&D because shooting something close to something fucking hits them, you're gonna automatically kill the first one. Like just completely blow. Like
Bodhi's on the warpath tonight.
All over the back one, dude. All over the fucking back one. And you completely eviscerate. But we are gonna roll to see if you hit the second one.
Okay.
Now
cool.
you're gonna have the DR is gonna go up by 2, so just don't add the +2 basically to it.
Yeah.
Because you're shooting through something, you don't have clear line of sight, all of that good stuff.
Yeah. Okay,
so
cool.
presence check D20.
Presence check D20. Nat 1.
Fuck.
I am going to say.
So you said it, that point blank shot doesn't do anything, and yeah, look.
And
what
then he
happens.
rolled a 1.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is exactly perfect. This is perfect. Go on, Dave. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, so if I can still kill the first one, because we said that was an automatic.
Yes, agreed. Yep, I agree.
But the flintlock explodes.
So we're gonna have 2 things happen simultaneously on this nat 1. So actually, by the way, via PirateBorg weapons, if you fumble on a black powder weapon, you basically we would roll a d6, but as you've said it yourself, it's completely broken. This thing is rendered completely unusable. So you turn around and just stick it in the mouth of one, and just as its head completely explodes, you just see, like torso, legs in front of you that just kind of keel over, hit the crate that you were taking cover from last section, and kind of tumble to the ground. The one behind gets low on all fours and is under the bullet. However, stood in front of the figure that in the direction of which you were shooting, is your very close friend, Rose Magenta.
I thought it was going to be someone.
So, Matt, I'm going to need you to roll me a defenses check, but it's going to be DR 21 because of that nat 1.
Thank you, Dave, for that dice. That is another natural 20.
Yes.
Hey!
Oh,
We like the fact that it rolls well now.
When you're not the DM, roll as many of them as you want.
Yeah. When you're back in the DM, throw it away.
Yeah, just put it in the cook chair.
I'm banning that dice. Matt, you hear this explosion go off, and Rose, who is already a bit of a sketchy person generally in terms of they are easily startled, I imagine, at this point in their life, you kind of flinch and react. The bullet goes flying past you and clips the blade in your hand. It sends it spinning and spiraling over to the side as you are now stood face to face with this figure. And as that happens, as you wheel back and look, the eye, even though cracked with a pellet in front of it, glints. and you see that static as it shifts to the pinstripe suit, black tie, and for the first time, we see the face. Slicked black hair, side parting. And Rose, it dawns on you in that moment. The man in the elevator, as you came up in VoidCorp, had a black suit with slicked hair and a side parting. Amazing. Dave, great turn. The rest of you guys have still got the floor.
Fuck.
Let's see. That kind of blew me away a little bit.
Is also what you hear.
Yeah.
She's
as I
just stood
see
there.
Rose,
I mean, I imagine Rose is in shock right now, to be honest, just with everything. Not just from that, but this vision. Just like...
as I see, like, it looks like there's just crises everywhere. There's just too many of these zombies around, and I'm a little bit uncertain about what to do. So I go through my recollection of what Father Leo has at his disposal, and I start feeling something, and I can almost hear a voice saying, if you get their attention, I will glow the light. And I don't know what that means, but all I know is if you get their attention is what I need to do. And what Father Leo is doing is he's essentially casting divine light, which is a bright light that radiates for up to D6 times 10 minutes. Enemies that see it are -2 DRs to defend it. So now my task, I don't know any of that, but my task is to get their attention. So I say, "Yo, Pervo and your posse, check it out." And I'm like, "Uncle Jesse, let's sing our hometown song." And I'm like, "Country road, take me home. Uncle Jesse, come on to the place.
Is it
we belong?"
Is it spotlight on you, Tom?
West
Are you
Virginia.
giving yourself the spotlight in this moment? Is that what's happening?
Yeah. The light is glowing around me.
Beautiful.
Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road.
You see all of
And
the
I'm
zombies
just
in the
doing it.
horde
You're just hearing
begin.
Neo go, nah, 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 hey, hey, nah, nah, nah.
These zombies do not like the sound of this singing. It is far too merry for their ears. Awesome, Tom. Roll me a presence check, and I'm going to tell you the way this light is going to work, because you're using it on yourself as a spotlight, as opposed to like trying to use it as like a beam of light on someone. Basically, for creatures to enter it, for any of the undead in this room to enter it, they're going to take damage. If they want to get close to you, they're going to be taking damage every turn that they're in that light with you, basically. So it's almost like, a burning holy light around you, a protective shield in some sense.
Hell yeah. Okay. Some presence check.
Yes, please. And it's going to be DR 16, please.
16. All right, let's go with the roll and then see. All right, well, I'm going to burn some stuff. I'm going to burn my first Devil's Luck. I've got 3 of them. Okay, let's roll it again. What's that? God damn! What's my presence? Let's see. Hang on a second. 1. Okay, I'm gonna burn another Devil's Luck. DR16.
So,
Country
Tom,
road, take
So
me
you-
home.
you cannot re-roll with a second D. You cannot re-roll. You can only reduce by 4, because you've already used it to re-roll once. So you can only reduce by 4 if you're going to use another
okay.
Devil's Luck.
All right, so I had 8 plus 2 And I lower the
From
DR
16,
by 4, so it's down to 12. I don't get it. I tried, boys. I tried. I realized that they're grimacing because I'm out of tune, not because this is working. Like it's literally just bad singing.
If anything, the ones that were rushing you are now kind of shying away from the light and turning their heads towards Jesse, is kind of the effect that actually ended up having.
All right. I'm not sure that worked, guys. Really sorry.
Awesome. You still have this shield, though, around you. You still have this, and I would say it's probably about, 5 feet, 5 foot radius around you, basically.
Good on you for trying.
Okay.
Good on you.
Amazing. Neo, anything from you, homie?
What do I need to do? Because I'm assuming I'm being swarmed by these zombies now because I'm really put a fly in the ointment. So, what do I need to do to fight these off?
Cool. It depends how you're fighting him. What are you trying to still remove that cutlass from homie's neck? Are you trying to do some sort of technological matrix type thing? What are you doing in this moment?
So I threw him off to kill the facade, and it's still in his neck. So I'm going to go back to old Neo, who used to have the Tonga arms, and I'm just going to forearm smash it to try and push the blade through the other side of its neck to try and chop its head off.
Beautiful. I love it. Roll me a melee attack, so strength plus d20 plus strength plus 2.
15.
15.
Nice.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous Muay Thai elbow to the blade. It slices through, and as the head slides off to the side, you grab the blade out of the air, and I'll say you can come back round for a swing through a couple more. Roll me another attack, homie.
No, that was a 1.
No.
You swing back round and embed it into another one's neck, and are like, son of a beasting!
Can I say, as I push it through, grab it and swing it round, what I actually do is, because the head pops off, I just hit the same head again, and I've just got the fucking same head on the end of my fucking sword twice.
Perfect. Yeah, I love it. You as you swing it around, it actually clubs one in the side of the head with the head that's attached to it. It kind of takes a stumble, but another one instantly replaces it coming at you. Awesome. Only person left to do anything is Rose.
Don't have the dagger anymore. So, and sorry, are we? He's back in human form now, yeah?
You are seeing him as the avatar of the person who stalked you for
I'm gonna shove my thumbs in his eyes.
Amazing. Fucking credible. Okay, Matt, I'm not going to get you to roll for anything for that because you're just going to grab and try and fucking push those eyes in. So what we're going to do is just roll me damage. So you're going to roll me a d10.
Okay. I didn't prepare that one. But here's one I made earlier. 5.
5. Beautiful. As you begin squeezing and you begin pushing, you feel the gem begin cracking. You crack the gem, pushing the bullet all the way through. A blast of energy radiates outwards. You continue squeezing as he... Yes! Keep going! You're so nearly there. At this point, it's my turn. He is going to grab your head with his free hand that is not there and begin squeezing your eye into your socket as well. So,
Fuck.
I'm going to roll damage. And then we're going to do the second part of this. So, Rose, you are going to take 8 points of damage as he squeezes and completely crushes your eyeball into your skull. We cut back to the VoidCorp, the Ocean Corp headquarters as Rose's eye gets crushed into their skull, and blood begins dripping down onto the white floor of the office of the laboratory of Solomon Lane.
I'm dead.
What?
Oh, fuck.
As per PirateBorg rules, I had 5 hit points.
Okay. Wait, is that after... Oh, yeah, you took some damage earlier, didn't you? You did take some damage earlier.
So, yeah, based on what I've got, I had 5 hit points. I mean, I've still got 7 out of 8 on Orbital Blues, but, yeah.
Okay,
I had
so...
5 in this world.
Amazing. So, the way this works, Matt, in PirateBorg, is you are now going to roll a d6 to see if you are broken.
Boats, I also have Death Ward as one of my skills. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
I rolled a 6 on my d6.
You rolled a 6. Perfect. So, with a 6, you do not actually die, but you are broken, as you will also suffer a brain injury as his thumb extends through the skull, and you begin feeling the tip of his thumb begin scrambling some of the connective tissue of your brain. You fall unconscious, and he opens his mouth and begins sucking, as your essence begins almost folding into his mouth. You begin seeing particles of Rose beginning to shoot forwards into his mouth as he begins absorbing Rose. So, if you had survived, I was going to be taking many more hit points with the absorption. However, what we're then going to have is the rest of you hear in your heads, "You thought you had it all. We're just getting started." At that point, he flicks his good hand after removing it from Rose's skull as she drops to the ground, and his cloak lurches forwards and shoots towards Jimmy. Jimmy, can you please make a defenses roll for me?
I thought we were doing well.
Yeah.
So what's a defenses roll? Is that strength?
It's agility. Matt, you will be back up and awake within the next 2 rounds.
Okay.
Hang on. Let me just get my agility. Hang on 1 second. Okay, so I have nothing there. D20. Let's go. Oh, fuck's sake.
It's all going to shit
That's-
now, isn't it?
That's a 2, but I'm going to use my last Devil's Lock here. Do I have a DR?
Yeah, I can give you a DR. DR is going to be 17.
Oh, shit.
What? There's no way. I've got +2, right, though? Let's
Yes,
go.
you do have
Come on.
+2.
I need a big fucking number. That's 15. And I've used 3 Devil's Luck, haven't I?
You've
Yep.
used
I fucking
all of
failed.
them.
I fucking failed with a 15. God damn it.
As this cloak...
No, not beautiful.
It is. It's stunning. As the cloak shoots forwards, you see it almost rips into different strands that almost become tentacles as they come towards you. You hear in your mind, Jimmy, "Oh no, this is not fucking good." As the cloak wraps around your leg, pulls you off your feet, and begins dragging you towards the figure, and begins pulling you in. You're going to be pulled about 30 feet forwards as he begins pulling you with the cloak. Cool. Neo, you are going to have a horde of zombies jump on you in this moment. So make me a defenses check. It's going to be DR. It's going to be DR 14.
Oh,
As I'm being dragged,
13
I say to...
I rolled a
I say to,
13. Go on, Tom.
Yeah, as
Go on,
I'm
Tom.
being dragged, I say to Uncle Cousin, I'm not sure if this is good, Uncle Cuz, but At least I'm getting closer.
He kind of does hear that, but he saw Rose go down and kind of was a bit in shock. So he's a little stunned, but probably hearing Jimmy probably snaps him out and goes, "No, no!" And he's gonna act soon. So whenever we can.
Amazing, perfect.
So
So
just checking, do I need to take any
Yes.
damage in OB land as well, Orbital Blues land, or is that just for PirateBorg?
no. You'll be full health though you have suffered a brain injury currently, both in VR and real life. So
Yeah.
you'll be up full health, but I wanna give you a chance to have that full health. but it's-
up.
I was
Yeah,
just about to say, RP with a brain injury, they're getting cancelled. Go on. Go on, have a go.
You put the stuffing back in wrong, but it's okay.
You just do the whole Ted thing, yeah. I'm a little bit fucked up.
I like to imagine, Rose, as you're on the ground, your vision is still very much intact in one eye, though you can feel blood kind of turning that vision red as it's dripping from the other. And you're trying to, I imagine, in your head, trying to get your body to function. I'll come back. I want to hear what Rose is actually thinking in this moment. But Danny, Neo, as this whole horde just turn on you, you are going to get bitten by about 3 of them at once, as 2 more grab onto your arms and begin kind of pulling them away so that you can't kind of like function and move your arms. Essentially, they begin kind of grappling you, and the bites are hot. It feels like a brand on the skin as the infection of the dead spreads instantaneously through your virtual bloodstream. Okay, finally, Jesse, the one that was dashing along the ground to you, is going to leap. Can you please roll me a defenses check?
I don't take any damage or anything.
Yes, sorry. My apologies. I completely forgot to roll damage for
Why
you.
did I say anything?
Yeah, why?
I know
Yeah.
that you do this every time, don't you? Like, I love a rules lawyer, but right now, shut up.
Oh! Neo,
Oh,
can I
no.
ask, how much HP do you actually have in PirateBorg?
21.
Cool.
Whoa.
You take 12 points of damage as 3 of them bite into you. Others are like raking at your skin and pulling away. And I would say this might be one of the first times Neo actually experiences true pain. What
Oh,
actual
shit.
physical pain feels like. As back in the VoidCorp headquarters, sections of Neo's bionics begin getting scratched and torn, and you can see sections that are more tubing rather than glass begin to, and you see like some gas begin blowing out the side. It's not good.
Fuck.
Jesse? Defenses?
Yes. So, what am I doing for that one?
D20 plus agility plus 2.
13.
13. Fantastic. As this one leaps at you, you try and like almost go to like an instinctual, like almost like combat guard, you know, to try and like almost deal with what would be like wrestling, essentially. As it shoots in and almost like double legs you, picks you up and dumps you onto the side, the wind is knocked from you in that moment.
Yeah.
You lose all the air from within you, and you're gonna take 7 points of damage as it slams you hard onto this stone floor. Then it's
sorry.
Go on.
Does it sound right that I would have 9 hit points? Is that the right number normally?
no. Here's the thing: you all should have rolled 3 times for your hit points. It sounds like Danny did.
I
Go on.
I had the wrong version, but I like the RP, so we're going to go with it.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
yeah.
Okay, so Dave, I would say here. Let me tell you what your total is. I'll roll.
Yeah,
through.
mine says 9 at the moment, so I was like, that doesn't.
Cool.
If I'm getting
Plus
7.
plus 18 on top of that 9. That's your total, which is
Okay.
exactly right for Jesse.
Fine. That will get me to 20 then. Okay, cool. Right. Okay, that hurts, but fine.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Awesome. Okay. As all this chaos is going on and these strands of cloak are pulling Jimmy in, the figure is going to look down at you, Rose, and as your single eye looks up, still the suited man, for the first time, takes a step forward. The shiny, pointed shoe coming into view now, as he begins raising the foot above your head. Cool. We're going to go to initiative again. Matt, please roll for initiative for us.
Matt, get that fucking low number, dude. We need this right now.
1.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Anytime I've cheered for a 1.
Yeah.
You guys are up first. Let's run it.
Can
I mean,
I?
I'm still out, so.
Yeah. Can I? Almost lean into coming towards. So am I being brought in towards this Vecna creature?
Yes, you're being pulled with cloak
Alright,
strands.
so
like layers of cloak
Alright.
wrapped around your ankle and are pulling you towards it.
I hadn't really clocked what he had done to Rose. The angle wasn't exactly revealing the damage that he had done to her. And as I'm getting closer, I can see it, and I'm less go to get as close as I can, so that I can actually. I'm gonna try to tackle him and also cast Mind Manacles.
Okay.
So, Mind Manacles is one creature you can see must obey your commands for D2 plus spirit rounds.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
I'm going to say, no! You can't do that to Miss Rose! And
We're
I'm
gonna roll
fucking
agility.
hauling.
We're gonna roll agility to see if you can get up because you're being pulled by your ankle at the moment, and then you're gonna that it's all gonna count for the tackle. We'll combine all of that into one action. So roll me an agility check. It's gonna be DR 15.
Let's go. Nice. So there's a 14 plus 2 is a 16.
A 16. Fantastic.
let's go.
With a 16,
Let's go, boys.
you manage to pop up at the last second and shoot for a gorgeous single leg. You run the pipe and turn the corner and pull him to the ground. Give me your manacles check. I believe it's going to be spirit. It's a spirit check for sure. We're going to say it's going to be DR 18 realistically. His mind is not
DR
18.
So it just says, I may have copied this wrong, but it says one creature you can see must obey your commands for D2 plus spirit rounds. So I'm rolling the DR 18 for
Yes,
the
you
DR
are.
18.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
And if you succeed, that's what we're doing.
Okay, let's see. Let's fucking see. Fuck yes! That's a 17 plus 2 is a 19.
Oh,
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
Please
Beautiful.
don't start a sentence with that level of fuck, because I went, oh, please fucked it.
As you come up, Tom, and the takedown was gorgeous. You end up in full mount, basically, fully on top of him. In that second, Jesse, as you kind of look past this zombie that is at you, you can see Jimmy's figure shift for a second. As you see this tricorn appear on his head, you see these tentacles slithering and boiled kind of begin moving as he raises a clawed hand, brings it down and touches the chest of this figure. Tom, you successfully cast this, and he is now under your control for 2 plus your spirit rounds. How much is your spirit?
My spirit is... fuck's sake. Let's see. 2. Spirit's a 2. Nice.
So you're
So that's
you
4
are going to
rounds.
get 4 rounds.
Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is... So,
That is
As-
going to be your action for this turn. All of that's going to be your action for this turn. If you want to do anything else in terms of movement or saying anything, then you're good to go. But that tackling him and casting that is going to be all that you can do in terms of action.
okay. Can I make an assessment as Father Leo? Does this entity have like special potentially healing powers?
So, okay, fucking awesome. Roll me either a spirit or a presence check.
We'll go
DR
spirit.
10.
Fuck yeah. That's a 15.
A 15. Fan-fucking-tastic. Cool. With a 15, yes, so what you could tell is when it was absorbing Rose, before it dropped her, it healed itself while absorbing some of Rose's essence. The other thing you notice with that gorgeous roll is the accessory that Jesse had also noticed earlier. Hanging off of the sash, just dangling there, is a golden key.
Fuck yeah. Okay. So I don't have any. Can I actually? Probably not. But can I grab this key and flick it towards Neo, or is that a next roundy type thing?
Nah, we'll fucking allow it. We'll allow it. Let's see if Neo can catch with 4 zombies all over him.
Yep. So, I've got him bundled, and I'm like, we're gonna be good friends here for a second, aren't we? And then I let go one arm, and I just reach down, snatch up the key, and I say, Mr. Neo, hot stuff coming in, and I just fucking shovel pass it to him. That way.
As you say that, the figure leans in. Mr. Jones. What a wise choice to choose such a powerful disciple. Neo, do you want to try and catch the key, or are you just going to let it fucking fall to your side?
I'm going to let it ding, 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 ding up to me, and I'll try and get it after I've got the zombies off.
So,
Amazing.
can Jesse...
Interesting choice.
I've got no arms and legs free. I'm literally pinned down being eaten.
I mean, if you want to beat some zombies off, mate, you feel free.
How else do you defeat them? How else do you defeat them?
Beat him off with 2 hands!
You got to get him tied. You got to get him tied. Absolutely. So with Jesse, he was taken out by this other one. Were there any more coming towards him, or all other 4 on Neo? So,
there was one more that has turned as Jimmy got pulled past it. It's now turned and is going for Jimmy, but it's going. Jimmy doesn't see it coming. It's coming from behind.
Right, but the key's now near Neo.
Yeah.
There is one on Jesse, or has it turned towards Jimmy, or is it still on Jesse?
It's still. There's one on you. There's one on Jimmy, and the rest are on Neo.
Okay. Basically, what I was hoping to do is, I suppose I need to kill the one, or get the one off me, at the very least, and then try and help Neo, is what I want to do. So, don't know how much of that I'm going to be able to do now, but let's at the very least try and get this one off me. So, can I do the, as it lands on me, and it does, tabletop me. But as it does that, can I then sort of do the, I get my foot in its midriff and just launch it and keep its momentum carrying on over me, just so that I don't have to deal with it. That's not my point. I'm not trying to actually attack it and kill it.
Yeah, 100%. And dude, I'm not going to make you roll. Its momentum is already going that way. It's fucking awesome. You beautifully get a butterfly hook in like it's the crook of its groin, flick it over, trapping one of the arms, and as you do, you release it, it goes flying. You hear an ungodly crunch, but you don't turn around to see. Its head completely crunch against the bottom step of the room, of the stairs where you came into this room. Beautifully done. Go for it. You can stand up.
Cool. So if I want to then get up and I want to grab a plank of wood, a chair, anything that's around, even just my blunderbuss, whatever, hopefully just a stonking piece of wood, and I basically want to grab it and I just want to rugby tackle barge all 4 off Neo. And I, and again, it's not to damage them. It's because I realise that's a bit hard. They're going to be a problem afterwards if this even works. But it's just, is Neo free? Okay. I'm putting myself in danger in between these other 4.
I love it. Okay, cool. Yeah, give me a strength check, please. It's going to be DR because there's 4 of them. It's going to be DR 16 for all of them.
Fucking brilliant. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jesse, the fucking tank, comes in out of nowhere. Jesse, you have a moment. You flash back to something in Jesse's actual life. It's dark. It's raining. There's a corrugated roof stretching out in front of you. You see one of your best friends, someone who you went through thick and thin with, stood facing off against their mortal enemy, vibro katanas held at the ready. And as you run, trying to do exactly what you are trying to do in this moment to save your friend, you say, not this fucking time.
Yeah. To him, it's like he runs a pace in this chamber, a pace on that roof, a pace in this chamber, and it's going backwards and forwards. And then he just takes them all out. And very unceremoniously topples with all of them. It's so choreographed. It's just a pile of limbs of all of them, but it's Neo's clear.
Beautiful. You clear Neo. Jesse, they turn their attention to you. You are on the ground. And the four of them are going to swarm you.
Yeah.
Neo, what's up, homie? You've just had 4 zombies removed from you. Your wounds seeping this disgusting, like, greenish gunk mixed with red, crimson blood. What are you doing, homie?
I will take a couple of them, put some war marks under my eyes. I'll take my bag of gunpowder. I'll lift Jesse back up off the crowd, nick his bag of gunpowder. Sorry,
Yep.
Jesse. Tie them both together, light it, and turn it into a grenade and chuck it at the 4 zombies.
Oh, Jesse?
No, he's
No,
pulled Jesse
I've
out the way.
pulled him off, nicked his gunpowder, combined it with my gunpowder, and lobbed it as a grenade at the zombies.
Hey, thank you for the raid.
Thank you for the raid.
Raiders.
We are in the middle of some orbital Borg. That's what we're calling it now.
Orbital.
Orbital, and we are in the middle of a crazy boss battle at the moment with the team going absolutely in right now. We've just had Jesse push himself to the limit and accomplish something that he was not able to do last time in this situation. Jesse, you're going to take a blues in Orbital Blues.
Yep.
And
now.
you're
Does that-
and you're going to gain a Devil's Luck right now as well, just for the sick description of going back and forth between the
Now,
memory and
that
that
does
moment.
get me to 7. Am I right on 7 blues? I can then go Troubles Brewing.
One more.
1 more.
One more.
I was so hoping that was.
I mean, Rose is bleeding out on the floor. You've seen your friends fucking die in front of you. I feel like there's a blues right there.
I'll say this. I'll say this. As Neo grabs you and pulls you back, chucks this gunpowder, it explodes. You are almost used as a semi-human shield for Neo in this moment because you're between him and the explosion.
Thanks,
So
boy.
you can take a blues for that. You can take a blues for that. Yeah, 100%. And if you want to enter Troubles Brewing, you can also enter Troubles Brewing.
I think I'm going to enter Troubles Brewing. Yeah.
This is the opposite of Daggerheart's I am your shield.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
You are my shield.
You are my shield.
You are my shield. He's like, I am an AI that must live forever. Die, petty human. Dave.
Yeah.
You take this blast, and Jesse, because Trouble's Brewing, what that means is you get another 4 Devil's Luck, and you're going to take half damage. You are going to take 3, it's 5 reduced down to 2 points of damage from the blast. As you get blasted away, Neo, you manage to like stay stood in the blast basically as you're showered. We cut to the OceanCorp headquarters as Jesse's body begins leaking little shrapnel wounds just all over the body. Little dots of blood begin running down the arms and dripping onto the floor. Neo, you've picked him up. You've taken the blast. What are you doing? The key has been moved 10 feet away, though, because of the blast.
I will then dive onto the key. Or pick up the key. Whichever.
You run, dash, slide, pick up the key, you can see that there is probably about 10 of these zombie things still around the chest. I would say you've used movement, you've done one action, you can do another action. You got one or two more actions, I would say. In
I haven't noticed Rose yet, by the way, because obviously I was a bit distracted getting eaten. So as I come up triumphantly with the key, I turn around in smug victory, and then I'm like, no!
Take a blues.
Take a blues, and then I just start sprinting to. What I'm going to do is fucking drop kick this motherfucker in the head, but obviously I'm not going to get there yet. I'm going to start sprinting towards the pinstripe knobhead.
Amazing. I love it. I love it. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to end this half of the session in just 1 second as the zombies get obliterated that were on you, Jesse. The 10 that are around see you going for the figure. They're going to dash you, Neo, so you're going to roll me a defense check again.
Come on.
And Rose, I need you to roll me a hack check, please. So we're going to go standard, include your bank, all of it, roll it up. And you're going to have to add another 4 on top of your bank.
I got 15.
15. Beautiful.
Sorry, what am I doing with my bank there? So it's 2d6, isn't it? For my hack
2d6, bank plus 4. Whatever your bank is, plus 4. That's the number you're trying to hit.
Okay, 19. This is going to be a shit one. I did roll a 6, so that explodes, doesn't it?
Yep, explodes. Roll
Yep.
that again.
Nice one.
8, 9, plus the 2, 10, 11. Another 6, 17.
Exploded.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Explode it! Explode it!
And, I thought it was another 6 then. So that's 20 total.
20 total. So your new bank is plus that 4, so it's 19 now, I believe.
Jesus.
Yep.
Is now your bank.
Sorry, I was doing 19 for that one, so that's plus another 4, so that's 23.
23. Beautiful. Awesome. So, as Rose, as you're it feels like paralyzed, who to you is the most important person in Rose's life?
That's a very good question. For a long time, Rose would have said herself, and only herself. Then she got so intrigued by this AI that she probably thought it was Neo. But then in the back of her mind, she probably sits there and thinks, he's been through this before, he can look after himself. But the boy, who shouldn't have been with us, he was too young to come on this journey. Jimmy Joe Brains right now. I need to get back and help him.
So, you take a moment, you hear the shout from Neo. You look there, then you see him charging the body, and you realize that Jimmy actually managed to pull this figure to the ground and is currently stood in a beam of light, above this figure, basically. Your legs begin to tingle. Almost like pins and needles coming back. As you begin to be able to wiggle your toes in your boots, your arms begin to feel that kind of coldness of the ground that you're laying on. And you're able to get back up to your feet. Rose is back in the game. As she is able to get up early. Neo, as you dash over with your 15, a couple of them are going to leap at you, but completely miss. You just engage those thrusters and you just go. Absolutely go. Tom Cruise fucking run towards this downed figure. Matt, as you are back up, is there anything you want to do?
So I'm back up. Jimmy's currently got knobhead held.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got one eye right now, which is just fucking bleeding gore and all sorts of shit. So I'm probably going to sort of wipe that away, flick it away. And then if I can, while Jimmy has got this guy held, I want to plant one of those healed boots in his other eye And kind of like, how the fuck
Amazing.
do you like it?
Amazing.
Not
Go
in
for it.
Jimmy's
Roll me
eye.
a melee attack.
Oh, you've got to also say an eye for an eye.
Shh. That's a natural fucking 20.
Yes!
Love this dice.
Okay.
So yes,
Matt,
as she plants it in,
how
and
do you
sort
want
of
to do
stabs
this?
and twists. Don't do that to me. As
Send
she
it.
full on just sort of staggers to her feet, looks at Jimmy and sort of, no, Jimmy, and lifts her knee full high up, and then is just going to stamp down. And as she stamps down, there's almost just this scream of like anguish, pain, release, whatever you want to call it, but just every single bit of her trauma coming out in one single moment as she plants this heel down, twists her heel around once, twice, pulls it out, stands at the floor, and then is just going to drop down above, sort of straddles across both of them, and then he's just going to beat the living shit out of the face of this guy, even though, like, knowing he's dead, just full release of everything. Incoherent, like,
Okay.
speech as she's crying and just wailing, and yeah, just everything out in this moment.
Beautiful. In that moment, all of the zombies are going to drop to the ground like as you all suddenly stand in this eerie silence of Rose crying and just just swinging with everything that she has. Rose, you're going to take 3 points of damage. As you were back up to your full 5, you're going to take 3 points of damage as you begin breaking your hands, as you are now punching through the mashed skull into the concrete below and are just crushing as your knuckles begin to crunch and crack. We're going to exit combat, and that's where we're going to take our break.
Fuck me.
Holy crap.
We pulled it round though. I thought we were fucked for a minute there.
Yeah, very much so.
corruption.
Tom saved you guys. Tom
Jimmy John Brains.
Give me your brains.
clutched up hard. Guys, what an awesome first half. That was the battle against the one, the only, the Stalker. Thank you so much for tuning in, all the raiders, and hang around. We've got another awesome second half as these guys now have to plant the virus and get the fuck out of here. We'll see you guys back in
Heyo.
What
Hello.
is up, everyone? Welcome back to Arc 2, Episode 4, Orbital Borg, Pirate Blues, and we are fucking, you know,
Schizophrenic, I think, at this point.
fucking wild. Guys, what an awesome first half. For those of you that missed it, our party were in the dungeon of a beachside fort in a virtual reality game where they just defeated a lich that was guarding a podium where they need to place a virus. So, let's get straight back into it as you guys find yourselves in this cold, dark room. Now, unlike anywhere outdoors, the temperature is not fluctuating at all. This deep underground, it's a cool 11 degrees Celsius consistently at all times. There's no breeze, there's no sun, just damp smell fills every orifice, and just is awful and intrusive all around you. You sit with rotten corpses surrounding a gorgeously regal chest with golden inlays and a skull with a crown on the front. You can see the squished, battered, crushed, crumpled, however you want to put it, head and corpse of the Stalker, completely turned to sinew. And the first thing that happens is, Rose, in your head, you hear, I will see you on the outside. Over to you guys.
So, go on, Neo.
As I've been running in to potentially save Rose, which is now redundant, I'm just going to run and I'm going to slide in. I'm going to stop her pummeling this mush of a man that's left and just bring her into my arms. And I'll be like, I said I'd protect you. I'm sorry. And I'll just get her in a comforting embrace and hopefully just to stop her fucking going feral. So it's kind of like a bear hug, but also trying to cuddle her at the same time.
She is shaking, like head to toe shaking. Lets out a shaky breath as well. I said I wouldn't let him touch me again. I'm sorry. I didn't do that right. And she's going to look at you with that one bloodied eye. Just look you in the eye. Just like, I don't think I'm making it out of here, Neo.
No. That is, we are getting out of here. I made you a promise. It is happening. And I'll kind of just try and scoop the eye jelly back into the hole. Like, caress the side of her face in a comforting way.
It is cool raspberry jam in your fingers as you try and shovel some semblance of sinew back into the eye hole of your very close friend.
I'll just get an eye patch out of my pirate coat and just put it on and be like...
It was either going to be that or I was going to tear some of his suit off and just tie it around my face a little bit. And just
in the final blows of the fight, you got Neo running towards Rose and the carnage there. Jesse had stumbled back up, seeing that everyone, that the other horde was again following Neo. Jumps onto the back of the last one, and then they obviously deanimate and just crumple to the floor. He crumples with it, rolls to one side, kicks it over, and just goes, "Yeah, that's what I thought." And then we'll just look round and be like, "Ow!" Just looking at all the shrapnel bits on him. But then we'll get up and go, "Guys, what's next? Do we need to open the chest? Is that all we're here for?"
We'll scrabble around, going, Jimmy, and she's gonna grab your hand, Jimmy.
Yep. And I grab her hand and I look but don't look at her face, and I say, "Miss Rose, it's a game. It's a game. When we get out of here, you're gonna be fine. That's how games work. It's just a game, Miss Rose." And he starts understanding that it's not a game, and what he's saying, he knows, is what we're gonna potentially deal with if we get out of here. The damage that's been done to Rose, but he just continues to say that just to reassure her.
Both of you take a blues as Jimmy, though you are comforting a friend, Rose, it is apparent to you that Jimmy will not look at you due to the damage done to your face. Something that I think for Rose specifically would be a very hard thing to experience, considering I imagine that feeling is something you felt once before. I imagine many people stopped looking your way after the first wound you took many years ago.
Can I say face. I pick up on that?
Absolutely.
And then I'll get her head, turn it to my face and go, "I will always see you. Now let's finish this." And I'll kiss her on the forehead and I'll start making my way to the chest.
She's going to stop you kissing her on the forehead, and she's going to go in for the full kiss. Fuck it.
Oh, fuck! Why do me and Matt always make out on stream? Why is this? Fuck's sake.
If you're doing that level of romance, mate, she's not going for the forehead kiss. She wants the full effect.
All right. It's like
Neo,
it's great.
It's a bloody, disgusting. It's all manner.
I've got zombie poison on my face. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. Yeah, fuck it. We're all good.
For Jesse and Jimmy, Jimmy, who's like averting eyes, but Jesse, you're witnessing this just vile act of love happening in front of you as this disgusting, like muscle-bound, bloody kiss is kind of enacting. But it's beautiful. For all of you guys, this is something you kind of knew was building in the background. These two have been fucking at each other the whole time. And it was that like joking flirting, as well as also that like, like picking fun at each other flirting. And they went through all the stages. So it's nice that it's finally out of the way.
Okay, Jesse is kind of like maybe the father figure to everyone else here, being like quite a bit older, does just smile and go, finally.
Nice.
Sort of whine
And as you
the
grab me
shit
for the
off
embrace,
of
your fingers
Neo's
accidentally
face
go
at
into
that
the bite wounds, and I'm like, fuck, man, this is so romantic.
Neo finds out he has a pain kink and needs to work out how to
Why
recreate
am I
that
hard
in
right
real
now?
life.
I can work with that.
So, Neo, as you get up and you begin making your way over, you kind of stop about halfway to the chest as you kick over a zombie corpse, reach down and pick up a golden key, and continue on to the chest. Do you want to go and open it?
I'm going to have a good go.
Amazing. As you put the key in, turn it left, because if the lock turns right, that's fucked up. And you just hear as
Danny
almost
did the same
smoke
as me. There, I went,
My shit opens right.
Your shit opens right. Damn, you guys need to get your doors fixed. What the fuck? As almost like dry ice smoke begins kind of pooling out of the edges of the chest and kind of then crawling along the floor like some sort of ominous spirit towards the rest of you and just begins filling the space. Neo opening it? You cracking it open?
I think this is supposed to happen. It'll kind of give me a confidence, but I'll still hesitate before committing to fully opening it. But I will.
Amazing. As you open it, inside the chest are a couple of items. You can see there is a letter that says on the outside of it, as it's folded and sealed with wax, says, "Give to my wife." Then there is a photo in there, framed in a modern, like well, not modern for Orbital Blues, but like, a early 2000s photo frame, kickback vibes. Mm-hmm. In the photo, you can see 3 figures. You can see Solomon Lane. You can see Maria, Neo's mum. And you can see Gigabyte. All stood next to one another, young, hope in their eyes, smiles, and you can see in front of them is a small robot child. Tiny, smaller than when Neo was first found by the plunderers. Next to that is a button, a singular red button that says "push me."
And then just touch me.
So the kid in the photo is me, or a previous version of me?
The
Indeed.
younger version.
Like a previous version of me. And a button that says push me, which means I definitely don't think I should push it, but I might in a minute. On the back of the photo frame, there's nothing. It's just a photo frame. There's no on the back of it.
As you flip it over and you undo the back like you can with photo frames and pull out the back, on the back of the photo you can see some writing. It says, "The Gang, the VoidCorp years." And then it just has, "P.S. We need to bust Giga out." on the back.
And is the handwriting that says for my wife Solomon's handwriting?
Indeed it is.
Huh.
I will
Interesting.
put that in my pocket then. I don't want to do his privacy any injustice. And I will look at the gang. I'll salute them. And I'll press the button.
Amazing. As you raise your hand, the rest of you look as Neo turns and then turns back, raises a hand. Everything goes into slow motion. The hand is coming down. What's Rose's slow motion reaction to Neo going to press this button?
I mean, I think Rose is still trying to get to her feet at this point, and she just sort of looks with that one good eye, and sort of her mouth goes wide, almost as if to say "wait," but it's paused at that moment. Just the
What?
Beautiful. Jimmy, what's your reaction to seeing Neo turn around and do this as well?
I'm wanting to get out of here, so I'm hoping he does it. So I'm just like looking at it, and I'm just nodding, like, let's get out of here. Yeah, let's see if we can find our previous version of ourselves.
Hell yes. Jesse, what's Jesse's reaction to the slow-mo button push?
You're the closest to me, technically.
Probably totally calm, because that's exactly what I thought that we were here to do. He's got the instructions of, we're trying to plant this virus, we need to get to this chest, there is a big red button. Big red buttons usually mean good things, when you get to the end of this is exactly what we're here for. So he's like, sure, like, thumbs up.
Nice.
Not a fucking
Got Jesse. Fucking, you've got Jimmy like. Rose is like, whoa, and Neo just
completely forgetting that basically we have this USB flash drive, not realizing that's exactly what we're meant to be doing. So no idea.
Yeah. As you press the button, the floor in the center of the room and begins to spin and open as interlocking sections begin to open it up, and a plinth spins and rotates and rises in the center of the room. At the top of that, you can see a small flash drive insertion point at the top of this stone pillar. And the pillar itself is regal as fuck. It's wrapped in all manner of gems and gold and has these like spiraling patterns that all kind of lead up to this slot, basically.
Is it reachable, or will I have to climb the shaft?
No, it's reachable. It's at about hip height.
Okay.
We fucking did it, everyone. We did it.
This is it.
Okay. What happens
I'll pull
now?
the flash drive out of my pocket. Careful, because lucky I've got like pirate gloves on, so I'm not touching it with my actual self. Just click it in.
Neo, stop.
I've already thumbed it in.
Fucker.
What? Thumbed in a little softy into the S3.
Giving a little
Just fucking, the flash drive is actually a floppy disk. There we go.
Well, do a percentile dice, Matt. If it's above 50%, you stop me in time. If it's below 50%, I click it in.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah, let's do it. I love it.
will take those odds. Fuck my life.
Flip a coin.
No. I like percentile dice. There we go. We use the beholder dice. Why not? What'd you say?
Above 50,
Above or
you
below?
win. Below 50, I win.
36. You win. So as my hand sort of grabs yours and you thumb it in, I'm just there like, fuck.
Wait, what? Is this not what we meant to be doing?
At that moment, we cut to the outside of the fort. As almost as if fired from the ocean, a giant kraken that was summoned by Neo last session while he was trying to manipulate the wave crashes into the side of the fort. You all feel a giant rumble and shake, almost like an earthquake, as a voice plays over what would sound like a tannoy.
Yeah, that's not good.
Shut down procedure engaged. Access code Solomon Lane. At that point, you begin hearing as almost electrical noises and feedback almost begins to pick up around you. The crates that were in the center of the room begin to vibrate and almost lift off the ground. The zombie corpses begin to almost hover as well. And in a flash, the walls get pulled and torn away from you. Almost like chunks of virtual matter are being pulled and torn. As you guys look ahead, you can see a singular hallway leading to a door with an arrow that points up above it, similar to like an elevator, if you would imagine. As these matters just begin getting pulled, you all feel your subconscious being pulled to the back of your minds. Cool. Anyone want to say or do anything before we're going to enter something here?
Jesse, just as that's about, seeing as that's starting, just says to both Neo and Rose, "Cool, so how do we get out? Is this it?" And then it all starts going mental.
It's not going to hold. It's not going to hold.
As you say that, you turn around and you can see that undulating, almost every now and then like static running through it and creating these gorgeous like mandala-shaped effect of this almost black ooze that all things are being sucked into. You guys feel your clothes being pulled backwards towards this all-consuming alien void behind you.
The opposite to that is this elevator door, yes?
Can I try and hold it back long enough for everyone to escape? So kind of hack it maybe enough to slow it down, or allow them to get out at least.
I love it. I love it. Does anyone else want to do anything in that moment as Neo goes to reach towards this undulating, dark ooze that seems to be attracting and pulling in virtual matter? As almost what looks like pixel chunks that are like, a foot big are flying out of the wall and out of the ground all around you guys.
Jesse would probably therefore grab Jimmy and Rose by the arm and start running towards this exit.
As I give you that knowing nod where you like, okay, I know what's going on here. Like, get them out of here.
I turn to Jesse and I'm like, what about Mr. Neo, Jesse? What about Mr. Neo? He's going to be okay, isn't he?
You're just being dragged. Did you say that Rose is not going?
Rose is not going.
So Rose's hand slips out of Jesse's, and therefore he just Jesse grabs both hands onto Jimmy and is just dragging him out. We gotta go.
Beautiful.
What about Miss Rose and Mr. Neo? Jesse, we can't leave them.
In this moment, oh, go on, Jesse.
We're not leaving them. And he's just lying barefaced to Jimmy and just dragging him out.
Jesse is acting on pure instinct, saving anything he can, helping anyone he fucking can, and in this moment, it's the person that he knows he will get a fucking earful from his sister if he lets them die.
He's thinking of his own ass at this point.
Yeah.
I'm turning around as he's dragging me. I'm just turning around and I'm like, Rose, Mr. Neo, come on, let's go. We're out of here. We're leaving this place.
So, as Neo and Rose stand there, the floor almost leaving you guys stood around this pillar plinth that almost now seems floating in a floor of nothingness that is around you. There are only a couple of pieces of ground still left in place leading towards that hallway and to where Jesse and Jimmy are ahead. Everything else is fallen away and is being sucked into this void. Rose's hair flapping in the drawl. It seems like wind, though you're in a computer.
Why are you here? As I'm like, almost like force pushing stuff away and trying to Great
Yeah.
path.
She's going to do that typical, as shit is going crazy, that slow walk up to you. Is going to place one hand, sort of steps around you so her back is facing this weird pixelated monstrosity behind us. Place one hand on your chest. You can't stay here. But I was never meant to leave. Go. And she is going to lean in and kiss Neo one last time, but is also going to plant two hands on his chest and just try and push Neo away.
And as the kiss distracts me and almost knocks me off balance, the push actually does push away. And I'm doing that thing, as you know, when people in space are getting further and further away. And as my parting gift, as I just realised there's nothing I can do about it now, she'll turn to code, if you allow me to be this maverick. She'll just fully turn to code, and then as just as I leave, she's her full beautiful self, no scars, no blemishes, nothing, just pure goddess Rose as I leave.
Amazing.
I think I just went to
I would
virtual apotheosis.
I would say two additional things here. Rose, for the first time in possibly 10 years, the darkness that is constantly oppressing your mind lifts. For the first time, someone sees you for who you truly are and have always been. As you look down, it's not someone in tight leather. It's not someone who is, this badass hacker with a tablet. You are a girl who is in some joggers, who is holding their favorite cup of retro memorabilia, is holding a stuffed plushie that they used to have that now lives under the bed in the 16-bit hideout. Your face not covered in any makeup, not a single drop. You are whole again. Matt, I assume it's safe to assume that we are swan-songing in this moment.
We are swan-songing, and I'm going to add to that.
And you'll just hear,
Rose
"I
almost
see
appears in...
There's Neo's voice in the back of your head.
Amazing. So Rose is going to appear in pink fluffy joggers, a Hello Kitty t-shirt, but as she sort of closes her eyes and resolves herself to the fact that this is it, she is going to turn as that beat just forms in her head. And she's going to open her hand, and that data pad that she always carried just appears. Alright then, let's see what we can do with this. And she is just going to try and hack the shit out of the system to make sure the rest of the other three get out.
Amazing. So, this is what we're going to do. Matt, you are going to roll me. This is going to be... And dude, this one's for all the marbles, dude. What's in your bank? What's in your bank?
My bank currently right now is fucking terrible. It is 23.
Fucking hell.
But I do still have
How
one
many
devil's
devils-
luck.
One devil's luck. Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. This is how we're going to do this. You are going to roll me 4d6. We need to get
You've
to...
got my D6 and your D6 for hacking. I like it.
Yeah.
There we
You
go.
need to bank. You need to beat your bank. That's all I want. Beat the bank for me.
Come on, Matt.
Crush
You're
it.
gonna have to explode some
Right here.
Mathematically, it's really hard, but potentially it's doable.
It's plus your spirit or your presence. Actually, combine your spirit and your presence for me.
and two.
It's a 1. So yeah, +3. Right.
Wait.
on,
You're rolling d6s. You're rolling d6s for your. It's your hacking ability. So all the d6s.
There's a d6 in there. Sorry, there is a 6 in there. So that is
Beautiful.
10, 16, 17. I get to explode one of the dice. That's only a 1 for an 18 plus 3. I'm going to use Devil's Luck on that. Do I reroll 1 or reroll all? In fact, no, I'm going to bring it down by 4.
Knock it down by 4.
Yeah.
Beautifully done.
Yes!
Amazing.
Fucking hell.
To bring that to 19,
Neo.
and I succeed with a 20. Shit.
Neo, your vision as you watch this ethereal being is the only way that you can describe it. Is this tunnel of like endless light void, white space with that dark undulating thing. Rose just furiously typing on the tablet, and you can see chunks of matter are actually flying out of Rose's tablet and attacking this virus. You can see that she's almost entering full combat with this virus. As you are pulled away, Neo, you're going to take a blues because for the first time in your life, you feel something that you have always wanted to feel. Jesse used to tell you about it a lot. Giga said he never felt it. Maverick wouldn't talk to you about it. And Isaac talked to you way too much about it. You feel love for the first time ever. This warmth that begins in the chest and radiates outwards, almost filling the limbs down to the fingers and the toes, and waves of pulses of warmth just fill you as everything, though is terrible, is kind of exactly right in this moment. Cool. For the rest of you guys, this is what we're gonna do. Thanks to Rose's sacrifice, you were going to have what we were going to call 5 turns to make it 400 feet, and we were going to roll D100s every round to see whether you made that 400 feet and got out of the wave. Thanks to Rose, you are going to get 7 rounds, 400 feet. Let's roll it up. So round 1, Tom, Dave, Danny, you're rolling D100s. We need to get 400 feet in 7 rounds.
Oh, 75.
Hey.
It's a good start.
Holy shit.
Nice,
First
75,
roll.
beautiful.
We're all rolling this, yeah?
Add it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
86.
Oh,
86?
come on.
And Jesse?
74.
As Bon Jovi would
guys.
say, whoa, we're halfway there.
Right. Does anyone want to do... Matt, do you want to do some maths for us while we're doing all of this? Senor
I certainly
Microsoft?
can. Sorry, where we're at. Where are we at?
75, 86, 74. Beautiful.
75 plus 86 plus 74.
Jesse,
Okay,
you
235.
managed to get Jimmy back onto his feet and push him ahead of you. Jimmy, you can feel that pull almost getting harder, and you're having to now rush and really run to keep up with Jesse at this point. Neo, you've drifted and finally landed on matter that you can walk and have turned and begun running yourself. Beautiful. Let's roll it up again, guys. D100 again. Round 1 over.
90 fucking 9.
Wow!
Jesus.
What is double
Nice
naught?
Double naught
And what?
is...
A
And
9.
what?
It depends on your next number.
So 9
9.
and double naught.
9.
Is that 9?
9, yeah.
Yeah,
And a 29.
And a 29. Beautiful.
Three
Where are we at,
72.
Matt?
Jesse and Jimmy trip over something.
372. Jesse, as you take a step, a chunk of matter gets pulled back, and you do have a little bit of a stumble. You roll your ankle and take 1 point of damage. Jimmy, you look back and manage to get a hand on Jesse and keep pulling him forward. You can see Neo with his, unnatural speed beginning to catch up to you guys. As Neo literally is being pulled from under your feet as you're taking the steps. Imagine Legolas somehow running on that bridge in Battle of Five Armies. Fucking ridiculousness. You are just absolutely pumping and going. Let's roll it up again. We are so close, guys. You are right there. We're over 300
wow.
already. 12.
12. Dave did it, Annie.
I did. 93. I get back up.
Nice.
Tom.
477.
A 5.
482.
I've done it.
Amazing. And with that, you guys get to the elevator at the end of the hall. The doors. Ding! You dive in. Jesse first crumples up against the back wall. Fucking Jimmy comes sliding in next and like knees Jesse. Jimmy slides in and knees Jesse in like the gut area as you come flying in. Neo, the ground is being pulled from under you. How are you diving into this one? Are you going head
I'm
first?
just going to
Are
run.
you like...
And you know when people just dive and tuck as if they're about to go
Yeah.
for a window? I'm just fetal position
Beautiful.
ball through the...
Beautiful.
Into
You
Jesse's
slam into the wall. You guys all crumple up into this thing. And as you all kind of look back, you can see that space now. That white void that extends further than any of you have ever seen in your lives. It seems to be infinite. Except for two things. Two things far off in the distance, floating in the space. A goddess and her greatest enemy. Matt, can you please describe how Rose gets overwhelmed by the virus and gets taken by the machine?
There is a moment then where she is just literally almost just like holding this back. And I have in my mind Neo going across Machine City, just holding back all of those bombs and everything as things are just exploding in front of her. And there's a moment where she just looks back over her shoulder with the good eye, sees Neo flump almost and just fucking fetal position into the elevator, and at that point she's just gonna drop her arms and just holds her chin high. And
She accepts her fate, gets pulled in, and becomes one with the machine, the virus, the void. Cool. The doors close to the elevator, and we have some dun 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 dun.
Jesse just... They're all on the floor, and Jesse just turns to Neo and goes, Neo, I'm so sorry. And just looks him dead in the eye.
And then I kind of break your gaze, because what's actually was love as I was running away has actually now turned into grief, guilt, shame. He can't quite fathom what these emotions are. So he just...
Knowing this, he puts his hand on Neo's shoulder and just grips real hard.
And you'll
Jimmy
just hear,
just
like,
looks at both of
under
them.
my breath, I'll just go, I made a promise.
Jimmy looks at both of them and says, Mr. Neo, you can bring her back. You can bring her back. You're the smartest. You're smarter than that machine. You can bring her back, Mr. Neo. I know. And I'm seeing Jesse look at me, like almost wanting me to stop. And I just kind of sit back and collapse. And I'm just looking at Neo, and I'm like, oh no, is she gone, Mr. Neo? You can bring her back. Uncle Cousin, tell him.
Put my other hand on Jimmy's shoulder.
Not this time, Jimmy.
Everybody
time.
take a blues as Neo, another person died saving you. Jesse, you couldn't save another one of your close friends. And Jimmy, You just lost one of your first friends ever. You're experiencing what losing a close friend is like for the very first time. At that moment, as the elevator and does that little shake as it arrives at whatever floor it's meant to arrive at, you all come back to consciousness in Solomon Lane's lab. The Atmos machines put you down and retract their spikes from your body. And as you all stand, the clearly audible sound of Rose's body falling limp to the ground echoes in each of your minds. Take another blues, guys. Then, the next thing that comes is the sickness. Being out of your body for so long has a deep strain on your physical whereabouts. Each of you feels that stomach tightening, it almost coming to your throat. The next thing is the saw blade you hear cutting into the door that you welded shut of Solomon Lane's laboratory. And finally, the last thing that we see is deep within the server room of the OceanCorp building. You can see it spanning for what looks like miles. A section has gone completely dark. And as the camera pans down through the stacks of server, lights flashing, glowing, pulsating, camera comes to a rack that says main system. So the camera turns to face this and then pans downwards. We see a single magenta light ignite on the server board. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Come on.
Oh, dude. That was insane.
That was an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, it was. Great work, everyone. Holy shit. What a beautiful ending. Great swan song. All of it was fucking
Amazing
perfect.
swan song, Matt. Amazing. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Fantastic work from everyone. The whole team went super hard. Guys, anyone watching, that's how you fucking do RP. That's how you do it. These guys just fucking showed you. That was some of the best RP you will see around. I am so proud of this table right now and those last scenes. That is some of the best content we have made, guys, and I am so proud of each of you. Thank you for taking me on that journey with all of you, and thank you for allowing me to fucking be part of this awesome tale with you guys. That was fucking epic, guys.
Well,
Yes.
thank you, Bodhi. That was, again, amazing. Shameless plug, everyone. Come and join us on Patreon so that you can hear our after show where we are going to be straight into this and we're going to be talking about it because, my God, we all want to talk about it right now.
100%. Any last things that we want to say on mainstream for anyone? Any last little
Fucking
thoughts?
nailed
or
it.
anything
We've
from
got
anyone?
some shit to look forward to as well. Yes, we did nail it. But yes, July has lots of different things happening. Again, we are all over the place, left, right, and centre. But you wanted it. You asked for it. It's coming back. Dagger Hearts Euphoria, the campaign or the mini-series, will return on the 14th of July, complete with everybody here, plus Josh from Roll Together will be back. So yes, look out for that. And of course, we will get back to campaign 2 and find out what's going on with the Planar Detective Agency. Can they find that third gear? Where are they going to get to? And then, yes, it looks like Orbital Blues Arc 2 Episode 5 will
Last
also
one.
be returning as well.
The last one.
Amazing stuff, Bodes. Fucking love this series. Genuinely love this series.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, man.
Dude,
brilliant stuff.
Dude, it's such a pleasure. It's such an absolute pleasure on my behalf. And yeah, 2 other things that I'll throw out there. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch if you like it. It really costs you nothing and helps us out massively. Also, if you want to get in the comments during these streams, please do, guys. Interact with us. We want to be able to talk with you guys. Let you guys come up with ideas and all the amazing stuff that comes with that, as well as spending channel bits and all the other great stuff that you can do. Outside of that, I also just want to do a quick shameless plug as well. If you happen to be attending Gen Con, come and check out the Homie and the Dude panel on Friday. We will be doing a panel with some of your favorite creators, people like Zach the Bold, Deck of DM Things, Arlentric, and Cinderblock Sally. It's going to be an absolute bar burner, so come check it out. Guys, I've been Bodhi, the Unexceptional GM. This has been my fucking exceptional cast of fucking players. Holy fucking shit. And we'll catch you guys in the next episode or over on Patreon in a minute. Peace.